Hello guys, it is September 19th and my first interview is tomorrow, and I'm kind of just like panicking a little bit because I don't know what to expect. I haven't really like practiced answering specific questions. I did a little bit with my aunt, like if they asked me about myself, if they asked me why I want to be a physical therapist. I have an idea of what I want to say, but I just don't know what to expect. Like I've tried to avoid Reddit threads or like what are the forums that like give information because I don't want to psych myself out. I'm just trying to go through the program's like website right now and gather some questions that I might have, but I'm also worried that the outfit that I planned is not going to be professional enough. So when my dad gets back, I'm gonna take his car to go look for like maybe a more professional looking blouse, because I have a nice like sweater, like short sleeve sweater that has like a turtleneck, but I see a lot of people recommending like pantsuits, and I would rather be overdressed than underdressed. So I'm gonna try to go find something a little bit more professional, even though like I don't know, my goal was like business casual. I don't know, I wasn't able to find an outfit that made me stand out, so I brought black slacks and that shirt. It's striped. I'm just really nervous because I don't know what to expect, and I feel underprepared because I don't know what to expect. I only ended up applying to 4 schools, so that on top of that, I'm nervous about that fact. Like naturally, since I applied to fewer schools, I have a smaller chance of getting into a school because I don't have that many that I applied to. So yeah, I'm scared. That's my update for the day, or for like this journey. And I'm trying not to like have a panic attack, like I don't know what to do or like what to expect. So I'm just gonna practice answers today, I guess. Yeah. Okay guys, so this is the outfit that I'm gonna wear. I got this shirt yesterday at Dillard's and I'm glad I went with it. Shout out to my aunt for like telling me to at least just get this shirt. It looks really nice with the pants. The other shirt that I had was like, I'll show you guys when I get home, but it was like short sleeve, it was a turtleneck, and it was striped, and I was just like worried that it would be too informal. I think this is a good in between for not having a jacket. It's supposed to be 97 degrees today, okay? I'm not wearing a jacket. But I do think this looks professional enough. I'm gonna turn it this way so you guys can see. I do think that looks professional. I think I look very nice. So I'm not gonna stress over what I look like compared to everybody else. I'm just gonna focus on doing the best that I can today. I didn't get much sleep. I slept for 4 hours. I woke up at 3 a.m., tossed and turned, had to go to the bathroom. If you know, you know. My nerves, okay, it was getting to me. So yeah, I'm running off of 4 hours of sleep. I'm scared to eat because I don't want to have to keep going to the bathroom. So yeah, let me see. I think for my hair, I don't know if I'm gonna wear it down. I think I want to pull it back. We'll see. I am sitting in the parking lot and I've already seen 2 people, nope, 3 people wearing suit jackets, like a full-blown suit. So I'm not gonna compare myself though. There's a 3rd person wearing a suit. So yeah, I'm not gonna compare myself though because I still think I look nice. They didn't give us like an actual dress code, so I'm perfectly fine with what I have on. I have a bag with me. I don't see anybody wearing a bag, so but yeah, it's hot. Like, I probably should have worn a jacket just in case, but I still don't feel like I'm underdressed. I feel like I'm very reasonably dressed for the occasion. So yeah, like I said, not gonna compare myself, just gonna do my best. If anything, they'll remember me as the girl who wasn't wearing a jacket. Like, yeah. Anyways, plus, if me not wearing a jacket is the thing that keeps them from hiring me, not hiring me, if my not wearing a suit jacket is what keeps them from considering me, then like something like that, it just means like, okay, no, we're not gonna worry about this place, you know? I still want to leave a good impression, of course, and I still feel like I am dressed with the goal of making a good impression. But yeah, I'm just not wearing a full suit, so yay. Okay, guys, I'm home. I think it went really well. The questions that they asked were like scenarios. I'm not going to go into specifics about what the questions were because we're not allowed to like share, but I liked that it was scenario based because I didn't have to worry about the whole like typical strengths and weaknesses. And no, my niece dog is, she wants to come out of her crate, but not yet. I like that it wasn't like typical, tell me about yourself and strengths and weaknesses and tell me about a time. Like, I like that it wasn't those types of questions. The campus tour was great. I'm not disclosing what school it was just because for privacy reasons, if I do end up going there, I don't want it to be like public knowledge, like, oh, she's going to this school. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It was very nice. I love the campus. I like that I love the way, like, I love that they have like good simulation opportunities, like opportunities to practice hands-on. But yeah, I think the questions went really well. So I'm feeling optimistic. They said that we should be hearing back within 2 weeks. We had one of the second year students, there was 3 groups. I was in group 2, and each group was assigned to a student ambassador from the program. So second year students who were taking us on the campus tour, taking us around campus for the different parts of the interview. So for the first part of my interview, sorry for the glare, just a thing with glasses. For the first part of the like interview day, we took the campus tour, which was nice. The campus looks really nice. Then the second part, we had the interview, the mini interviews. And so we stood outside of a door. They rang a doorbell to signal us to read the prompt. We had 90 seconds to read the prompt. And then we had 5.5 minutes. They rang the doorbell again. We went inside the room and there was an interviewer, like a faculty member from the DPT program inside the room. And we sat down with them. We talked about the scenario. Some of them had follow-up questions. So like if you answered one way, they had a follow-up question for you to see like if your perspective changes or if you change your answer, or just things like that. And then they rang a bell for the 2-minute warning. And for a lot of my interviews, I finished early before the bell was like the 2-minute bell, or before the like final bell signaling us to leave the room. I think they went really well. I'm happy with the answers that I gave. I feel like I thought the questions through and I was true to myself as far as like how I would answer those questions and deal with those situations. And I think the best advice I got was from the student ambassador that we had who took us on the tour. She said, if you feel like you bombed a question, you most likely didn't. And also the interviewer in the next room doesn't know what happened in the previous room. So we had 7 rooms. After we were finished, we would move to the room to our right and go through the process all over again. It was cool. I'm really grateful that my part of that my schedule for group 2 was the tour first and then the interview questions, because we got to do the tour in the morning, like the early part of the morning when it wasn't too hot yet. I can't imagine being out there right now doing the tour, because they have an 8 to 1 session and then like a 1 to 4 or 5 session. It's an afternoon and morning session. I chose the morning session, but I'm glad I had the tour first because I was able to like calm down and like relax before the interview part. And then as I was going through the interview, I felt like more and more relaxed about the process, because I was like, oh, like I saw the question and I was like, okay, that's what I'm getting myself into. There were a couple questions that were kind of hard, but I feel like I did well overall. And then the last thing that we did in my group was a writing station. So basically, they gave us a prompt and we had 10 minutes to answer the prompt. They wanted us to write 2 to 3 paragraphs. I wrote 2. I took up like almost the entire, like literally the entire time. I wrote 2 paragraphs. I don't remember what I wrote because I was running out of time, so I didn't even get to proofread. I just wrote, and then I submitted it. And then after that, we did the faculty Q&A, and the questions that I had for the Q&A panel, a lot of them were answered throughout like the campus tour, or even when the faculty members were just like talking, or other students were asking questions that I had. So I was able to like write in my notebook the questions that I had, and I made it a point, and this is something I recommend, I made it a point to bring a notebook to write down the answers that they were giving, because you are interviewing them too. I know it feels like, oh, I hope I get picked, but like, decide if it's a place you really want to be. I don't think I saw any other students taking notes during the Q&A session, which I thought was weird. You could tell that there were some students who were using the opportunity to ask questions to show that they knew about the school, like, which is great, to show like, I did my research on the school, here's my question. I just asked straight up questions like, what are the clinicals like? Like, are we getting thrown in? Is it progressively more involved? Like, what type of clinical do you have? And I think I asked 2 questions, and I had my notebook out and I was writing as they were answering my questions. So like, I would look up and make eye contact, and then like look down and write what they were saying, look back up, make eye contact. And I don't think I saw anybody else who asked a question doing that. It's like they would just like ask a question and then just like nod, and like, oh, okay, like, oh, are you gonna remember this? Because I need to know what your diet is and how your memory is so good, because I would forget all of that. But I think it also would just show the faculty like, okay, good, she's actually taking notes, she wants to know this information for real. I was one of the only ones who wasn't wearing a blazer, like a jacket over my shirt, but I still looked appropriately dressed. I know all of the people who had like blazers on or jackets on were very hot during our campus tour, so I'm glad that I went with just a blouse. Like, this is like 3/4 sleeves, so I'm glad I went with that instead of a full jacket, because I would have been dying out there. But yeah, I think it went really well. Like, I feel really happy with how it went. I feel really confident in how I presented myself, and I'm very optimistic. Even if for some reason, maybe they had other candidates, if I don't get into the school, I'm still very proud of myself for how I interviewed, because I did get compliments from a couple of the faculty members during my interview questions, like the multi-mini interviews. A couple of them were like, wow, that's a really good answer. Like, and they're not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to like tell you like how they like what they think about your responses. But a couple of them were like, wow, that was really good, like, you know. So yeah, I'm happy that it's over with. I'm about to eat and take a nap. Okay, I'm tired and I still have homework to do, so that's fun. But yeah, overall I think it went really well. None of the questions that I practiced were asked, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine. I think it was such a great experience. So I'm pat myself on the back. I'm very grateful for all of the support. All of my friends were texting me saying good luck, you're gonna do great. And I just appreciate all of like my friends and family who have been like so supportive. Like, shout out to y'all for real. Like, yeah, I didn't sleep. I already said that in the earlier part of the day. I didn't sleep well. I got 4 hours of sleep. I had the nervous poops. Okay. Oh, also, there were some really nice people in the interview group. Like, a lot of them, some of them spoke to me and were like, oh, hi, what's your name? I'm not very outgoing. I'm like scared to talk to people sometimes. So I was very grateful. Shout out to Madison. Shout out to Gabrielle. Shout out to Nia. And there was another girl, I forgot her name, but shout out to all of you guys who were sitting like at my table with me. Mia, Laura, I think it was either Laura or Lauren. Like, shout out to all of y'all. I don't know if they'll ever see this, but like they were all very nice people. So that's another thing that you'll probably see. Try to walk up to somebody and say, hi, how are you? You guys are all in the same boat. So like, make friends. Like, don't treat them like competitors or like enemies. Like, y'all are all in this together, and you're gonna be like basically one big family, one big school family for 3 years if you guys all get into the program together. So that was it was just such a great experience, and I'm happy it's over. So that is my update as far as my first interview. I might have a second, we'll see. But yes, time for my food and my nap.